Becoming rich in 2025, according to Islamic principles, is a journey that begins with understanding the purpose of wealth in a believer's life. In Islam, wealth is seen as both a blessing and a test from Allah. It is a trust given to us not solely for personal enjoyment, but to benefit ourselves, our families, and society at large. The Quran emphasizes wealth and children are but adornment of the worldly life, but the enduring good deeds are better to your Lord for reward and better for your hope. One paragraph, Surah Al-Kahf 1046. This verse reminds us that while wealth is permissible, it should not become the ultimate goal of life. Instead, wealth should be viewed as a tool for achieving higher spiritual and moral objectives, while maintaining a focus on the hereafter. To pursue wealth in Islam, it is essential to earn it through lawful halal means. Any form of income derived from unethical or prohibited activities, such as interest, riba, gambling, fraud, or bribery, is strictly forbidden. The Quran explicitly warns, those who consume interest cannot stand, except as one stands who is being beaten by Satan into insanity. Libo Qara, El-Baqarah 2:27-5. This serves as a stark reminder of the spiritual and societal harm caused by riba. Honest and fair dealings, on the other hand, are highly encouraged in Islam. The Prophet Muhammad, peace be upon him, stated, "The truthful and honest merchant will be with the prophets, the truthful and the martyrs on the day of resurrection." Tirmidhi. This hadith highlights the immense spiritual reward tied to ethical financial practices, showcasing how honesty in trade and business can elevate a person's rank in the sight of Allah. Islam also places a strong emphasis on the concept of barakah, or divine blessings. Barakah is not just about material abundance, but also about contentment and the ability to do more with less. Wealth earned through halal means and spent wisely often carries barakah, which constantly makes dawah. A Muslim striving for wealth should constantly make dawah, seeking Allah's blessings in their earnings. A beautiful supplication for this is, "O Allah, suffice me with what you have made lawful instead of what you have made unlawful, and enrich me by your bounty over anyone else." Tirmidhi. This dawah reflects reliance on Allah while maintaining a commitment to ethical and lawful practices. A vital aspect of Islamic wealth building is generosity. The act of giving, whether it is through the obligatory zakat or voluntary charity, sadaqah, purifies one's wealth and brings blessings, barakah. Sadaqah, which is one of the 5 pillars of Islam, ensures that the needs of the less fortunate are met and fosters a sense of community and social responsibility. Allah commands, "Establish prayer and give zakat, and bow with those who bow." Surah Al-Baqarah 2:33. By fulfilling the obligation of zakat, a Muslim not only fulfills a divine command, but also strengthens the bonds of brotherhood and equality within the community. Voluntary charity, or sadaqah, is another significant way to ensure barakah in wealth. The Prophet Muhammad, peace be upon him, said, "Charity does not decrease wealth. No one forgives another except that Allah increases his honor, and no one humbles himself for the sake of Allah, except that Allah raises his status." Sahih Muslim. This hadith underscores the spiritual and worldly benefits of generosity, emphasizing that giving in the way of Allah never leads to loss, but instead results in divine rewards and blessings. In addition to monetary charity, sadaqah can also take the form of kind words, helping others, or even removing obstacles from a path, demonstrating that acts of kindness in any form are deeply valued in Islam. Managing wealth responsibly is another key principle. Islam condemns wastefulness and encourages moderation in spending. Allah states in the Quran, "Indeed, the wasteful are brothers of the devils, and ever has Satan been to his Lord ungrateful." Surah Al-Isra 17:27. This verse warns against extravagance and emphasizes the importance of using wealth wisely. A believer should prioritize essential needs, such as providing for their family, securing education, and fulfilling obligations like Hajj. Beyond these, wealth should be invested in meaningful causes that bring long-term benefits, both in this world and the hereafter. By avoiding extravagance and maintaining a balanced approach, believers ensure that their wealth serves them without becoming a source of arrogance or distraction. Investing wisely is an important step toward building wealth in Islam. Investments must comply with Sharia principles, which prohibit interest-based transactions and unethical practices. Profit-sharing models such as mudararabah and musharaka are encouraged as they promote fairness and mutual benefit. These models not only align with Islamic teachings, but also foster trust and cooperation among business partners. The Prophet Muhammad, peace be upon him, warned against the dangers of riba, stating, "Allah has cursed the one who consumes riba, the one who gives it, the one who witnesses it, and the one who writes it down." Sahih Muslim. By adhering to these principles, Muslims can ensure that their financial dealings remain ethical and just, contributing to a more equitable society. In addition to avoiding riba, Muslims are encouraged to diversify their investments and seek opportunities that benefit the community. Real estate, halal stocks, and small businesses are some examples of permissible investment avenues. Moreover, engaging in trade and entrepreneurship is highly encouraged in Islam. The Prophet Muhammad, peace be upon him, himself was a trader and emphasized the dignity of earning a livelihood through hard work and honest means. Trade and entrepreneurship not only help in building wealth, but also create opportunities for others, fostering economic growth and reducing poverty. Gratitude and humility are essential qualities for anyone blessed with wealth. Believers are reminded to thank Allah for their blessings, as gratitude brings more of Allah's favor. The Quran states, "If you are grateful, I will surely increase you, but if you deny, indeed my punishment is severe." Surah Ibrahim 14:7. This verse highlights the importance of acknowledging Allah's bounties and using them in ways that please Him. At the same time, arrogance and pride over wealth are condemned in Islam. Wealth should never be a cause of self-glorification, but a means to fulfill one's duty to Allah and society. The story of Qarun in the Quran serves as a powerful reminder of the consequences of arrogance and misuse of wealth. Despite his immense riches, Qarun's pride and refusal to attribute his wealth to Allah led to his downfall, as narrated in Surah Al-Qasas. Islam also teaches that while wealth is important, it must never overshadow one's spiritual obligations. Prayers, fasting, and other acts of worship take precedence over material pursuits. Wealth should be used as a tool to earn Allah's pleasure, such as supporting mosques, Islamic schools, or charitable initiatives that benefit the community. Spending wealth in ways that serve the religion and humanity ensures that it becomes a source of eternal reward in the afterlife. The Prophet Muhammad, peace be upon him, said, "When a man dies, his deeds come to an end, except for three things: Sadaqah jariyah, a continuous charity, knowledge by which people derive benefit, or a pious child who prays for him." Sahih Muslim. This hadith encourages Muslims to invest in causes that leave a lasting impact, ensuring that their wealth continues to benefit others even after their death. Finally, believers are encouraged to make dua for blessings and guidance in their financial endeavors. Dua is a powerful tool that connects a believer with Allah and brings divine assistance. Alongside effort and planning, reliance on Allah's support is crucial for achieving success. A believer should also seek knowledge about financial management, understanding that Islam encourages learning and growth in all aspects of life. The Prophet Muhammad, peace be upon him, said, "Seeking knowledge is an obligation upon every Muslim." Ibn Majah. By equipping themselves with both religious and practical knowledge, Muslims can navigate the complexities of modern financial systems while adhering to Islamic principles. In 2025, striving for wealth according to Islam means embracing a balanced approach that combines ethical earnings, responsible management, generous giving, and a constant focus on the hereafter. By aligning financial goals with spiritual values, Muslims can achieve prosperity in both this life and the next. Wealth, when used wisely and ethically, becomes a means to draw closer to Allah, uplift communities, and secure eternal rewards in the hereafter. It is this holistic view of wealth that ensures true success both in this world and beyond. Gratitude and humility are essential qualities for anyone blessed with wealth. Believers are reminded to thank Allah for their blessings, as gratitude brings more of Allah's favor and sustains barakah in wealth. The Quran emphasizes this truth in a powerful verse. If you are grateful, I will surely increase you. But if you deny, indeed my punishment is severe. Surah Ibrahim 14:7. This divine promise encourages Muslims to constantly reflect on their blessings, regardless of the magnitude of their wealth. Gratitude in the Islamic sense goes beyond verbal acknowledgement. It involves using one's resources in ways that please Allah, such as supporting others, helping the less fortunate, and fulfilling religious obligations. True gratitude transforms wealth from mere material possession into a tool for spiritual and societal benefit. At the same time, arrogance and pride over wealth are strongly condemned in Islam. The Quran and Sunnah offer numerous warnings about the dangers of wealth leading to self-glorification. Wealth is a trust from Allah, not an achievement of individual effort alone. Prideful behavior that disregards this reality can lead to spiritual downfall, as exemplified by the story of Qarun in the Quran. Qarun was a man of immense riches who attributed his wealth solely to his own abilities and rejected Allah's blessings. His arrogance and refusal to use his wealth responsibly resulted in his ultimate destruction, as detailed in Surah Al-Qasas. This cautionary tale reminds believers that wealth, if misused, can become a curse rather than a blessing. Islam also teaches that while wealth is important, it must never overshadow one's spiritual obligations. Acts of worship, such as prayer, fasting, and remembrance of Allah, are the foundations of a believer's life and take precedence over material pursuits. Wealth is meant to serve as a means to facilitate worship and fulfill obligations, not as an end in itself. For example, wealth can be used to support religious institutions such as mosques, madrasas, and Islamic schools. These investments not only benefit the individual, but also contribute to the spiritual and moral development of society. Wealth spent on such causes is seen as a form of Sadaqah jariyah, or continuous charity, which provides ongoing rewards in the hereafter. The Prophet Muhammad, peace be upon him, said, "When a man dies, his deeds come to an end except for three things: Sadaqah jariyah, a continuous charity; knowledge by which people derive benefit; or a pious child who prays for him." Sahih Muslim. Furthermore, spending wealth responsibly is a sign of a balanced and thoughtful approach to life. Islam encourages moderation in all things, including financial matters. Wastefulness and extravagance are strongly discouraged, as they reflect a lack of gratitude and mindfulness. Allah warns in the Quran, "Indeed, the wasteful are brothers of the devils, and ever has Satan been to his Lord ungrateful." Surah Al-Isra 17:27. This verse serves as a reminder to use wealth wisely and purposefully. Essential needs, such as providing for one's family, securing education, and fulfilling religious obligations like zakat and hajj, should take priority. Extravagant spending on luxuries or indulgences that serve no meaningful purpose can lead to spiritual harm and societal inequity. 70. One of the most beautiful teachings of Islam about wealth is its emphasis on charity and helping others. Zakat, one of the 5 pillars of Islam, is a mandatory act of worship that purifies wealth and ensures social equity. It requires Muslims to give 2.5% of their surplus wealth annually to those in need, such as the poor, orphans, and debt-ridden individuals. Allah commands in the Quran, establish prayer and give zakat, and bow with those who bow when Surah Al-Baqarah 243. By fulfilling this obligation, Muslims acknowledge that their wealth is a trust from Allah and that they are responsible for its proper distribution. In addition to zakat, Islam places great value on voluntary charity, or sadaqah. Sadaqah is not limited to financial contributions. It includes any act of kindness, such as offering a smile, helping someone in need, or even removing a harmful object from a path. The Prophet Muhammad, peace be upon him, said, "Charity does not decrease wealth. No one forgives another except that Allah increases his honor, and no one humbles himself for the sake of Allah, except that Allah raises his status." Sahih Muslim. This hadith highlights the spiritual and material benefits of charity, assuring believers that giving generously will never diminish their wealth, but instead attract blessings and divine favor. In managing wealth, Islam encourages strategic planning and long-term thinking. Investing wisely is an important step toward financial stability and growth. However, investments must comply with Sharia principles, which prohibit interest-based transactions and unethical practices. Halal investment opportunities, such as profit-sharing partnerships, mudarabah and musharaka, real estate, and halal stocks, are encouraged. These options not only ensure financial growth, but also promote fairness and mutual benefit. The Prophet Muhammad, peace be upon him, warned against the dangers of riba, stating, "Allah has cursed the one who consumes riba, the one who gives it, the one who witnesses it, and the one who writes it down." Sahih Muslim. This warning underscores the importance of maintaining ethical practices in all financial dealings. Another aspect of wealth management in Islam is providing for one's family. The Prophet Muhammad, peace be upon him, said, "The best dinar is the one a man spends on his family." End quote. Taking care of one's family is not only a responsibility but also a form of worship. It strengthens familial bonds and creates an environment of love and mutual support. Teaching family members the values of ethical wealth management ensures that future generations carry forward a legacy of responsible financial practices. The process is known as the Contra technology. Islam also emphasizes the role of gratitude in maintaining a balanced perspective on wealth. Gratitude, or shukr, involves recognizing that all blessings come from Allah and expressing thankfulness through words, actions, and intentions. This gratitude fosters contentment, reducing the desire for unnecessary material accumulation. The Prophet Muhammad said, "Richness is not having many possessions, but richness is being content with oneself." Sahih Bukhari. This profound statement shifts the focus from external wealth to internal peace and satisfaction, encouraging believers to seek fulfillment in spiritual and moral growth rather than material gain. Believers are also encouraged to make dua for blessings and guidance in their financial endeavors. A powerful supplication taught by the Prophet Muhammad, peace be upon him, is, "O Allah, suffice me with what you have made lawful instead of what you have made unlawful, and enrich me by your bounty over anyone else." Tirmidhi. This dua reflects a deep reliance on Allah, acknowledging that ultimate success comes not just from effort, but from divine support and mercy. Alongside dua, seeking knowledge about financial management is crucial. The Prophet Muhammad, peace be upon him, said, "Seeking knowledge is an obligation upon every Muslim." Ibn Majah. By acquiring both religious and practical knowledge, Muslims can navigate the complexities of modern financial systems while adhering to Islamic principles. In 2025, striving for wealth according to Islam means embracing a balanced approach that combines ethical earnings, responsible management, generous giving, and a constant focus on the hereafter. Wealth should be viewed as a trust and a tool for achieving both worldly and spiritual success. When used wisely, it becomes a means to draw closer to Allah, uplift communities, and secure eternal rewards in the afterlife. By aligning financial goals with spiritual values, Muslims can achieve prosperity in both this life and the next, ensuring that their wealth serves as a source of blessings and not a cause of regret.